What's going on, everybody? I appreciate all of you that are hanging out, waiting for the live to start. Welcome for those of you watching the replay after this is no longer live. Hez, I see you. Noah, Joel, what's going on, fellas? Appreciate all of you being here. It's been a few days since we've been live here on the channel, and I felt like it was a good idea. Now, I did put a shorts video out that featured a few of these fragrances for the topic. Most complimented fragrances ever. Yes, we're talking about compliments. Some want to hear it, some don't. Those that don't won't watch. It is what it is. Everything I put out means something to me. So it's very personal with these particular scents. And we're already at the 40 viewer mark in the first minute. So let's talk about it. What's everybody wearing today? For me, Club de Nuit Urban Man Elixir. Giving it its fair shake. You know, it is growing on me. I still don't think it's the best of the ones that have come out recently. The opening's very nice. The opening's very nice, but it dries down into just a basic Sauvage clone. It's while it's still got that Aventus feel at the top mixed with Sauvage where it's the most interesting. And like I said, as it dries, it just gets more and more generic, which makes it nothing special. And look, I know there's some that are really enjoying it. Not knocking anybody that's really enjoying it. I am enjoying it a little more than on my first impressions. Don't get me wrong, but there we go. Club de Nuit Urban Man Elixir is my scent of the day. Let's see what you guys are wearing. All right, I got to scroll up a little bit. Nunya at the moment. Otherwise, you guys would have already known. So, secret mission. You guys will know when the time comes, which is going to be a little while. So, weekly. Oh man, let's get into that in a little bit. Ask me again after we get through the fragrance stuff, because that's going to take more than 20 seconds. Spice Bomb, great choice. Blue Cedar and Cypress. I haven't worn that in a long time. Right. Club Black. Good choice, Spencer. Good choice. Majestic Woody Intense. Never tried that one, Joel. Uh-oh. Assad. Definitely can't go wrong there. Shocker. Hez is wearing his fragrance, Bourbon Street. Perfume Addictos Bulgari. Man, Black Cologne. I haven't worn that one in a long time. That's good stuff. Nobody talks about that one anymore. Great choice. Great choice. L'Homme Ultime. Just found a bottle at the mall. It's perfume shop. Hey, hope you found it for a really good price, because it's hard to come by now since it's been discontinued for a while. Kenneth Cole Blue warmed up today, just chilling. Another scent of the day of Assad. Oud Lemon Mint. Going to the gym with that on. Ooh, that's a strong one for the gym. But hey, to each their own. To each their own. Gentleman Poissé, that's a good one. Old School Safari. Ooh, Ralph Lauren. Justin just featured that in one of his his most recent video, actually. Strong With You EDT, that's a great one, too. L'Homme Ideal Cologne. Prada Amber Intense. I've never tried the Intense. I have Prada Amber Pour On, but I've never tried the Intense. Milan L'Homme Ideal EDT. Millesime Imperial. Aqua de Jo EDP. Bunch of really, really good scent of the day choices. So real quick, since I happened to catch up pretty quickly, as far as this, it's a bro split mixed with some functional full body stuff. Like today, I did deadlifts, oblique twists, box jumps, and steady state cardio. It was kind of an active rest day that did have some lifting. I went up to 435 pounds on deadlift. So I did lift pretty heavy. But that was the only lifting movement. Everything else was just I did sled pushes too. Sprints and sled pushes. I'm leaving out 2 exercises. So it was pretty heavy with sled pushes too. So today was kind of a little bit of, some variety, full body type stuff. Then tomorrow will be legs, then shoulders and traps, then biceps and triceps. Then I'll probably have, depending on how my body's feeling, an active rest day of just cardio or an actual rest day. One of the two. Depends on how I'm feeling. Then after that would be a full rest day. One of those 2 days is going to be a full rest day. And then I start over. I have chest day, then a back day, and then usually something that involves an active rest day with, I switch it up when it comes to my active rest days. You never know what I'm going to do. Sometimes they have some lifting. Sometimes they don't. This time around for leg day, which will be tomorrow, I'm going to do some Romanian deadlifts to work my hamstrings. I haven't done those in a couple of leg workouts, so I'll get to that. But I kind of mix it around. There's a little bit of everything. The lifting is pretty consistent with variety in the exercise choices, but the specific days are consistent. It's the kind of wild card active rest days where I do different stuff every time. Where sometimes there's heavy lifting, sometimes there's more full body stuff, sometimes it's more lower body focused, more core engagement. It all depends. But thank you for asking. All right. Wearing Evening Mystique. Salute to you, sir. Excellent choice. We still have some bottles available for those of you that have not grabbed your bottles yet of the Zed Creators. Link at the top. Let me get this out the way. My link trees at the top of the chat. Click that, and the first link is to go to the Evening Mystique page. Most Wanted Parfum. I wore that yesterday. I finished my decant yesterday. Yep. So I am done on that. I need to get a bottle. Yes, Hachivat is night and day better. Night and day better, and they don't smell that close because Hachivat's kind of an oak moss bomb as it dries. You got to like oak moss because there's a lot of it. Yeah, Club de Nuit Intense Man can't hold a candle to Nishane's Hachivat. Not even close. Not even close, man. And there's probably somebody that would be like, oh, God, no, you don't eat amateurs. No. Don't listen to anybody that's going to tell you Club de Nuit Intense Man is better than Hachivat, and that is not the case. Now, look, if you just don't like oak moss, then I could see liking Club de Nuit Intense Man more. But if you like both, apples to oranges in quality, man. Apples to oranges for sure. Way, way, way better. If you're looking to get it, I encourage you to buy it. I would recommend sampling it first, just in case, to make sure you like it. But if you've already tried it, I definitely encourage you to get that. That's a damn good one. I like to wear that one on dressier occasions. It's very reformed and refined. I know that was a little bit tangential, but that's how I feel, you know. Windsor Pour On. God, I haven't wore that in so long. Thank you to the 90 of you that are here. Currently 29 likes. Oh my God, that is abysmal. Guys, we're better than that. Hit that thumbs up for me real quick. No wonder we're not over 100 yet. We don't have any likes. Hit that like button for me, guys. And we're going to dive into this first one here in just a second. Out the way. Yeah, see, Jared knows. Jared gets it. Montrese, what's going on? Caught that deadlift. Yeah, it was a good one. Came up a little easier than I anticipated because I ate like shit yesterday. So I had some shitty calories in me. I guess it made me a little bit stronger today. I probably could have did 455 relatively easy because 435 was, so that bar, that's not like the bar you'll see on bench press racks and incline bench and stuff like that. Those are 45-pound dumbbells. The power rack bars, these Olympic weightlifting bars, are 55 pounds. I had somebody ask in the reel that I put if that was 425. I'm like, no, it's 435 because that bar is a little bit heavier. Those bars are built to put a ton of weight on. That's why they're thicker bars. They weigh more. So yeah, that was 430. So the day, Paco Rabanne, Ultra Red Man, man, that's some good stuff. So yeah, it's not a personal record or anything, but I wasn't struggling as much as I thought I would to come up with it. So I probably could have definitely pulled another 20 pounds pretty easily. Thanks for the info. Yes, sir. Hope that was helpful. Most compliment. I've heard great things. Club de Nuit limited edition. Love it. Not only intense, latent, Pegasus exclusive hair. That's a list full of good ones. I haven't tried Soldier Boy's fragrance, but I've only heard good things from people. I know Juan's been through like 10 bottles or something like that, maybe even more from his decanting site. Ajmal Zeal. Still haven't tried any of those. No, I haven't tried it yet. I may have a decant of it. I'm waiting to do a live stream with Neeb. Some decants he sent me. Is that one of them? I got them all right here. Let me look. No, that's not one of them. Okay. No, I haven't touched it in so long, man. I got 1,000 fragrances. So much stuff just sits there. Gerald, what's going on? I can't get my hands on Vertu's Vanilla Oud. Is there another from? Well, I haven't tried anything else from them yet. That's the thing. I can't recommend anything because I haven't gone outside of Vanilla Oud yet. I smelled that one on Justin and fell in love with it and had to have a bottle and was lucky enough to get a bottle. Thank God I got it because it's hell to find still. It's crazy. Drakkar. So I used it in a blind smell and rate that won't be coming out for about a month, unfortunately. But resounding, like, I wish I could tell you guys right now to give you more feedback because it's some valued opinions, but it's amazing. It's going to be one of the best releases of the years, guys. I'm telling you, it is fan-freaking-tastic. It's so spicy and warm. It's the best of the line, in my opinion. They did great with this release. I will be getting a bottle soon. Within the next month, I'm going to get a bottle. I've been spending a lot of money lately, so I need to chill for a few weeks, but Telling you guys, that is awesome. Definitely get out and try it. I mean, it's at the department stores. I think it's at the department stores. If it's not yet, because I got my nose on 1 Million Royal yesterday, and that's not in the States. So they had Boston Scent Magnetic at all the duty frees I stopped by. So not sure if I haven't seen it in the States yet. But as soon as it comes to the States, if it's not in the States yet, get your nose on that one, guys. God, that's a good fragrance. That's going to be one of the best design releases of the year. Eric the Grizzly, I like the name. What's going on? Yeah, you don't need much. It's a monster. Yeah, Jay, I'm totally with Jay. 3 sprays, maybe 4 max. If you really want to make a statement, 4 sprays. Just say you got a new phone, because you can't lose a number. You either delete a number or you have it. It's one of those two. Let me text you real quick so I don't forget, my trees. Yeah, you didn't lose my number. You got a new phone. Just say that. Because if you wouldn't have said new phone and I said, what, you deleted my shit? Come on now. Shout outs to my guy, Montrees. Let's see. Here we go. Texted. You'll know it's me for sure. Welcome back. Thank you, sir. So there's 2 main ones I like for a suit and tie. That's Signature Pour On from Zaharoff, no secret there, and Scandal Parfum Cologne from Roger Parfums. Those 2 are my favorites. Those are go-tos for a suit and tie. I do have several things happening this year where I will be wearing a suit. I had 0 reason to wear a suit last year. I did not wear a suit one time in 2022, but 2023, I have a few situations where I'll be wearing a suit and tie for sure. So I'll be reaching for those more. Tobacco, okay. I get the most compliments with YEDP. And speaking of, so I hate to skip ahead on you guys a bit. Let's skip ahead a little bit and let's start with the first one. So my most complimented fragrance ever. Let's start with the most complimented Invictus Aqua 2018. I have multiple bottles. This is my second bottle of it. I do have a 50 ml that a viewer that ended up not liking it sent to me. I love this stuff. It puts me in a good mood, and that probably contributes to all of the compliments I've gotten over the years when I've worn this one, because I'm happy-go-lucky. I'm, unicorns and rainbows and everything when I wear this fragrance, because I absolutely adore the way this one smells. Unpopular opinion, I like this one more than the 2016 original. I just love the way this one smells. Always have. It's still my favorite fragrance in my collection. I only wear it in the summertime. It's just a special scent profile to me. It's not one that I recall ever really smelling on anyone else, because I definitely compliment them in a heartbeat and I would know the scent profile immediately. But Paco Rabanne, may he rest in peace, Invictus Aqua 2018, still my favorite fragrance. I'm over 1,000 now, guys. I haven't done a count, but I know it's in that realm. It's over that at this point. I've got so much incredible niche, expensive niche, mid-level niche, a bunch of great designers. I got all kinds of great shit in my collection. This is still my favorite fragrance. Some things just never change. And it's not because of the compliment factor on it. It's just because of the mood it puts me in and how much I love the way it smells on me personally. So the first one, Paco Rabanne Invictus Aqua 2018. Probably no secret there or surprise for anyone. What's up, Eddie? Boss the Scent Absolute is extremely underrated. People love this one, I find. Man, they're all good. Before Magnetic came around, it was between Absolute and Private Accord. I could not make up my mind. Some days I like Private Accord more. Some days I like Absolute more. They're just both so good. But Magnetic is hands down my favorite. And speaking of, this man is the reason I have the decant in the first place. Randy, I got your package out the mail today. I'm doing a haul video, and that is going to be part of it. I didn't open the package yet with some more decants. Hawas over Aqua. Hey, teach their own for sure. I do remember when you got rid of your 2018 and purchased 2018, which I think is better. Yeah, that's the one for me, Sam. That is the one for me. People rag on retail fragrances, but it takes talent to make a fragrance that appeals to more than a handful of people. For sure. I think Vanilla Oud puts you in a better mood nowadays. It does put me in a pretty damn good mood. I wore it. It's in today's weekly rotation. I wore it the day before I came home. I wore it on Saturday because I traveled back on Sunday. And I made sure to wear it. Like, as long as it's not hot outside, I think I'm earmarking that as like a must bring for travel. It's so good. 120. We literally have half the likes to viewers. 120 viewers, 60 likes. Come on, guys, hit that thumbs up for me. 120 viewers, no reason we can't hit 100 likes, man. Do me that quick favor. Hit that thumbs up for me, Rush. Make sure. Yes, I need to do that probably in the next 2 days. Yes, in the next 2 to 3 days. I think I'm going to go ahead and do, especially for that price. I'm going to do that. Let's see. Low Dissy for some reason. Hey, it's a great smell. It's a timeless smell. 90s. It's a 90s scent profile. This boss puts a big effort into, and look, the scent line, they have not had a miss. I haven't tried Pure Accord. I was about to say they haven't had a miss. I've heard that's a miss, but there's other fragrances that I heard was a miss that I enjoy. So be your own judge. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to say Pure Accord was a miss because I haven't smelled it. You know, but outside of that, I've smelled every other one, literally all of them except for Pure Accord. I have all but the Intense, and I'm going to get Magnetic. I have a decant right now. Adonis Awakens. That's an excellent, excellent choice, sir. 76 likes, 126 viewers. We're getting there. Hit that thumbs up as you're coming in, guys, if you don't mind. Get the most compliments on citrus fragrances. That's easy to do for sure. Most people like something bright and fresh. You know, it's from passersby, it's easy to captivate them when you just smell nice and citrusy, you know. Versace, Pour Homme, Dylan Blue, currently the Dreamer. So we might as well jump into that one next then. And I knocked one over. Give me a second. Pulling Dylan Blue out. I knocked a different one over. But yeah, Dylan Blue, I'm right there with you. I've gotten many compliments over the years with Dylan Blue. This is one that, where's the, yeah, I'm about right here on my bottle. Not a humongous dent, but I have 1,000 fragrances. Therefore, that's a humongous dent. This is so good. I go very anosmic to this one. But it smells so good. Beautiful, juicy citrus. It's very rich at the top. Aquatic and smoky, woodsy, a little ambery. A lot of ambroxan. Has that shower gel feel to it. A little bit of fresh spice. And like I said, I go anosmic to it. You'll think this is a weak fragrance. It's definitely not a weak fragrance. Your nose is just wearing out to it. And if you're around people pretty consistently, their nose is going to wear out to it as well. And you'll be like, oh, but so-and-so, they can't smell it after 20 minutes on me either. Well, if they're hanging around you for that whole time, their nose will probably wear out too. This is tried and true and proven commodity when it comes to attention for a lot of people. Over the years, I've heard many people tell me this is their most complimented fragrance. I can see why. It's definitely one of the 5 we got here. One of my 5 most complimented in recent memory is Versace Dylan Blue. Very, very hard to beat. Let's see. Was that Montrese texting me back or somebody else? No, I'm live. So somebody asked if I have a minute. No, I'm live. I do not have a minute right now. Does anyone know a good clone of discontinued Dolce & Gabbana by man? And the best clone of Bleu de Chanel? Well, Club de Nuit Iconics, really good. Al Haramain Amber Oud Blue Edition is really good. Missoni Parfum Pour Homme's actually pretty good as far as Bleu de Chanel clones. But Dolce & Gabbana by man, no clue what fragrance you're talking about. The Scent Parfum, the all black bottle is really dope. I haven't worn that in a long time. So that the Le Parfum that came out last year is a repackaging of that fragrance, Sam. That's why I didn't get it. It's literally the same exact fragrance in a different bottle. So the black bottle limited edition Parfum, the Parfum edition, I think it was called, yeah, the Boss the Scent Parfum edition that Sam's talking about, black bottle. I have that too. It's Boss the Scent plus Oris. It's very rich. Oris fades after a little while, though it doesn't hang out. It's only in the top. It's the same as the Le Parfum. Same note breakdown, same fragrance. They just repackaged it. It was a literal cash grab. Sad that they did it that way. 81 likes, 141 viewers in the first 20 minutes. That's not too shabby. But guys, I know we can get over 100 likes. We definitely have a clear path to getting 19 more likes. We've got quite the number of viewers for sure. Most complimented Coach for Men, surprisingly. Not surprising to me because I've gotten my fair share with that one over the years. I used to wear it a lot more often. Which year had the best releases? That's tough because we're on pace to have a really good year. It's looking like it'll be a really good year. So I don't know. That's tough to say because Some years are just a little bit better than others, but there's always some good releases every year. That's a tough one to answer. I don't think I can really give an accurate answer because I don't really have an opinion on a specific year where it was just like, oh my God, it was all home runs. You know, that's never the case. Some have a little more good releases than others, but there's always some good releases to sort through because there's just so many releases every year. And I don't even come remotely close to trying every release every year. Club Black, that's a great one for sure. Home Sport or Extreme yesterday. I think I'm finally going to get a bottle of that this year. I've smelled it so many damn times. I've never committed to a bottle. I think I'm going to finally pull the trigger this year. Victory Elixir is good, but similar to La Bola Parfum. Oh, that's disappointing because I love La Bola Parfum, but I don't want 2 bottles of it, you know. But yeah, Magnetic, it's one of the best for sure. Never tried any of the Love Ventures, so I'm not sure. And just answered my thoughts on that. I haven't tried the gold one, but the original's still really good. Silver Essence is still really good. If you like sweet florals, though, the original Womo, very good stuff. Ombre Leather, perfection. Not going to argue that point, sir. I agree that fragrance is incredible. Yeah, I've smelled it, and it hasn't compelled me to need a bottle. I have enough stuff that smells like oud wood to where I'm like, I'm good. I'll pass. Truth Fu, come on now. How many times are you going to ask? That's 3 in a row. 3 in a short span. Stop it. Stop it. Yes, it's been a while since I've smelled it. I used to have a decant of it. That's one that's on the bucket list to get a bottle one day. One day I'll come around to getting a bottle of it. I would say once you get in the 60 or so degrees Fahrenheit range, I don't know about Celsius because I'm in the US. I go by Fahrenheit. I go by Fahrenheit. Everything's US with me when it comes to prices, temperature, you name it. I'm American as fuck. When I was abroad this past week, I just thought that every country I went to, looking at the locals, I'm just like, God, I'm so fucking American. It's unreal. Looking around like we are different people. It's unbelievable. I'm so white boy American. It's unbelievable. Let's see. Thoughts on Silver Lake? I'm not sure the equivalent on that price literally ties into what I was just saying, but it is the best alternative to this. Acqua di Gio Essenza. I think it absolutely, if you're looking for that scent profile, go with Silver Lake. Absolutely. I haven't seen the note breakdown on it yet, but I'm sure I'm going to get it because I'm going to get, now that my decant's empty on the Most Wanted Parfum, I'm going to get a bottle of that too. Yeah, you definitely can't go wrong with it. So I got to skip ahead a little bit. Let's see. 1 Million Parfum, getting a bottle of that this year. Elixir and the Parfum next month. Next month. 1 Million Elixir and 1 Million Parfum next month for me. I'm still, the jury's still out on Royal. I want to get a decant and spend more time with it before, like I said in yesterday's video, I want to spend more time with it before I commit to a bottle. It's going to be a while before that one drops any in price. I haven't tried the new one yet, though. That's the thing. I haven't tried it, so I'm not sure. Scent of the Day, Masoni Wave, good stuff. So it's Boss the Scent Magnetic. It's a Hugo Boss fragrance. It's their newest release in the Boss the Scent line. Tube shape and zebra colored. Oh, I've never tried that one. Yeah, I don't know anything about that one. I was curious. I didn't know what fragrance you were talking about. I didn't even know that was the name of a fragrance by man. Yeah, I have no experience with that one. I'm sorry. I can't weigh in, unfortunately. It's right there. I got it pulled out to the side. I just haven't wore it yet. Harrod, Angel Share, Masoni Wave. All good stuff. Doesn't get enough love. Don't hear many people talk about that one. Classic fragrance. Noted. Most complimented in one day was Afnan 9 p.m. Thoughts on Chrome Pure? It's very nice. It's not, it doesn't crack my top 3 in its own line, though. So it's funny that you asked that. We'll go ahead and let that lead into the next one. The original is Aura Chrome. This was the one I accidentally knocked over when I grabbed Dylan Blue. I've had a few bottles of this over the years. Had this 30 ml for a few years now because I just don't wear it that much. I kind of have it for nostalgia's sake at this point. But you want to talk about a timeless classic for somebody that grew up in the 90s. It still works today. This is not a dated scent profile. It's still one of the best in its own line. This one is still in the top 3 for me. This, the Extreme, and Aqua are my 3 favorite versions of Chrome. You can't go wrong here. This is classic metallic, sharp citrus shower gel. Clean, still performs really well. This bottle's only a few years old, still performs. Still a 6 to 8 hour fragrance in longevity. Sometimes it gets 6, 7, 8. It falls into that range, and projection is pretty good. This is a solid fragrance. And over the years, I mean, back in high school, we were wearing this one. I mean, count them up. I've gotten many compliments over the years with this. Like I said, more of a nostalgia pick at this point where I just kind of have it. I wear it on occasion. That's why there's a slight dent in the bottle. But Azzaro Chrome, I've gotten more compliments on this than all the rest of the line that I have combined, because I've worn this for on and off for 20 years, 22, 23 years, something like that. That's how long I've been wearing this one on and off. So I've had 2 other bottles in the past, 200 mLs, and then I got this 30 ml. Azzaro Chrome, you still can't go wrong, even to this day. Talk to me about Evening Mystique. Okay, if you want unique, and in many people's opinions, the best of the 3, not saying that out of bias, going off of feedback, it's the most unique of the 3 for sure. A little bit of iris, a lot of bright herbaceous spiciness and aromatics at the top, a lot of resins and incense, because there's 2 different types. There's frankincense and there's olibanum resin. So you get a lot of incense here. There's myrrh in the dry down. There's orchinox, which is of the ambergris family. It's a take on musk with a little bit of amber and patchouli. A lot of people seem to be getting more vetiver, and it comes across woodsy in the dry down. I don't get a bunch of the vetiver on my skin, but it starts off bright, spicy, and herbal, turns into a resinous, powdery, floral, smoky fragrance, and settles into a clean, creamy, musky fragrance. There's a lot of nuance and a few stages to this fragrance. It's a 25% parfum. It hangs out for a really long time. It's the most enthusiast niche of the 3. That's also not a really challenging fragrance. So that's what I would say about Evening Mystique. I haven't compared the 2 side by side. That's interesting. I may need to compare the 2 side by side. I do remember liking the new version of Sport more than Diorum 2020 because it's not full of ISOE Super. From what I remember, I would think Diorum Sport 2021 is better. Gentle Fluidity Silver, I can believe it. That's definitely a damn good one. Ooh, that's tough. I would probably go with Chanel Allure Sport. Honestly, that's hard to beat. Jazz Club or Honey Oud? Ooh, if you want a little bit more of a challenge that's unique, Honey Oud from Montal for sure. What's your thoughts on Amouage Beach Hut Man? I've only smelled it a few times. I don't own a bottle. It's very uniquely herbaceous, green, minty, fresh, a little smoky, and it's strong as hell, but it works in the warmer weather. But my top 5, definitely Reflection Man, Journeyman, Enclave, Boundless. I think I got to put Overture Man in there as well. I think that's my 5 favorites. Yes, hasn't changed. It hasn't gotten worse. It's still the same fragrance. It's still fantastic. Beautiful raspberry and lipsticky iris. Wife loves both. 10-4. So I'm going to skip ahead. What's going on, Mikey? Hope you're well. Let me skip ahead a little bit. All right. Scent of the day, Mossy Intimate Decadent Pink Label, rocking the women's. Hey, man, I don't blame you. It's incredible. I've stolen a few sprays from my wife because naturally my wife took the women's right away when she smelled it. I love the coffee note in there. The coffee really comes out. Beautiful, beautiful fragrance. Sometimes I do. It's got to all work together. Obviously, there's times when I wear something a bit more formal or more challenging with a casual outfit, like a hoodie or a t-shirt or something. Depends on what I'm in the mood for and where I'm going. The outfit doesn't dictate, but it does play a role sometimes for sure, like a night out, dressier occasion, any of those things. I'm going to step it up a bit with my scent profile. It won't be quite as casual of a scent, but it does play a role. Not the end-all, be-all, but definitely plays a role. Got me hot at them for taking the iris out of new reformulations. I think you meant Dior. Kevin Hill in the chat. On Average Joe. Well, it depends on you. You know, every situation is different. Nothing's guaranteed. Just because this is the most complimented fragrance ever for me, you may never get a compliment ever and go through 5 bottles. That's the reality. You have to keep that in mind. None of this stuff is guaranteed. Probability goes up with certain fragrances, but keep that in mind. Like I said, I've gotten more compliments from this fragrance than anything ever. I've had 2 bottles. This is my 2nd bottle. You could have this and never get one. So keep that in mind. And vice versa. You could have something, you get compliments all the time, and I never have anybody make a comment on it. It all depends. So fresh fragrances are usually the easier ones. But it's any fragrance can get a compliment. It's got to be attractive to the passerby. You know what I mean? Any fragrance can earn a compliment for you. It's just, like I said, it's so situational that nothing's guaranteed. What works for one won't work for another, and so on and so forth. So that's a tough one. That's a tough one. I know that's not the answer you wanted, but it's the truth. It is the truth. 178 viewers, 111 likes. I appreciate you guys. Anybody that's here, just getting here, make sure you hit that thumbs up on your way in. I don't have a niche yet in my collection unless you consider oud wood. Close enough. Technically a designer, so I think I'll pick up the honey oud. I highly doubt you'd be disappointed since you clearly like oud with oud wood. This is a little bit more of a funky oud, but it's a lot of sweet and spice to really balance it out. The honey, the cinnamon, the vanilla. It's a really, really good one. It's my favorite Montal. Oh, I don't like stuff like that. Those Hermes's vetivers never work for me. Hachivat or Sedley. Sedley because it's much more versatile. Hachivat's more of a dressy occasion for me. Not necessarily formal, but at least in Oxford, it dresses up really well. It's very polished and refined scent profile. Whereas Sedley can do those same things, but it works out a lot. It's more of a casual scent overall. And in my experience, again, we're talking about compliments. That one's gotten me more compliments than Hachivat. I don't think I've ever gotten a compliment from Hachivat. But Sedley's magical. It's good stuff. Dylan Blue, excellent stuff. Midnight in Paris, discontinued. Jim. All right, I got to scroll down a little bit. We're kind of behind. I have done a full review on it. I have. Make sure you type in TLTG Armani code Parfum in the search, and the video will come up. No, I was not. The 1 million Royal video, I was in Frankfurt, Germany. That was my last stop before I came to the States. I had a connecting flight. I wasn't hanging in Germany. I was just in Germany for a few hours. I was all kind of pimping all over the world over the last few days. I was in a lot of different places. So I've never tried that one. There's the gentleman that texted me asking if I was available. What's going on, Neeb? I'm not surprised to hear that. I'm not surprised to hear that. That's my recommendation for younger guys too, because it's so highly complimented and tried and true. Just when in doubt, you can wear Versace Mano Fresh and it's going to work. Even in the winter, freezing cold, whatever. It's not going to really cut through the cold, but boy, it's just a great smell. You know, I know there's people that exist that don't like it, but boy, they're few and far between. Versace Mano Fresh, tried and true, timeless. Drop them likes. That's what I'm talking about. 176 people, 122 likes. No complaints from me. Ombre Nuit. Haven't tried it. Don't have any experience with it, unfortunately. I need to revamp that. I've gotten many of them since the last time I did a barbershop video was 2021. I need to revamp that. So yeah, I'm gonna keep that. I'll keep that in the memory bank as something I need to do in the very near future. So let's see. Yeah, aromatics in the fucking building. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, if you can get age 24 for half price, absolutely. I paid retail for 50 ml of the EDT. The EDP is even better. I've only tried it once with Justin, but the Eau de Parfum is even better than the Eau de Toilette, but the Eau de Toilette's great. It's great for the springtime, too. Favorite right now is Sauvage Elixir. Bria, how are you? Let's see. Sauvage Elixir close second. Like. Spice Bomb Extreme. No, I haven't tried any Kenzo fragrances. There's just so much out there that I haven't tried. So much to get across. Chanel L'Homme Sport Eau Extreme, but in 2023, it's leather tobacco. You have been wearing the hell out of that. I'm not surprised to hear that. So we've got 2 left. And speaking of, I like the, nice transitional points. And speaking of leather tobacco, let's talk about rosé. So this should not surprise anyone. This is still my favorite. Slightly edges out leather tobacco because it's just, like I said in my shorts video today, a lot of memorable moments in grocery stores of random people stopping me to ask about my fragrance because they haven't smelled anything like it before, and it's very intoxicating. This is one of the most captivating scent profiles ever, 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 ever. And look, I understand not everybody's going to like it, but most that have tried it do. I know Joe's been through a bottle already. I think Joe's on his second bottle. Speaking of, this is Joe's favorite fragrance from Zaharoff too, which I don't know. Leather tobacco might be making its way in because he's been wearing the shit out of it. Incense and rose, the dominating players in this fragrance. Extremely unisex because it's rose dominant, but it is more on the masculine leaning side because of the oud wood, this warm wood feel with a lot of incense. On my skin, the incense really pops. Very smoky rose. It's more sweet rose on my wife, but I've had, like I said, grocery store compliments. That's what I relate to this fragrance because I wear this one a lot when we run errands, usually involving stopping by a grocery store. And it almost seems like it never fails. It hasn't happened every time I've worn it, obviously, but more times than not, somebody's going to stop me and want to know what the hell I'm wearing or tell me I smell nice. And it's just Zaharoff Signature Rosé. Unbelievable. Unbelievable how many compliments I've gotten with that one just in the last 2 years. Scroll down a little bit. Thank you, sir. House of Colossus, what's going on, big dog? How are you? Hello, Ross. What are your thoughts on Versace Eros line, which is the most projection sillage? So on me, the best performer and the one I just enjoy smelling the most is the Eau de Parfum. I have the Parfum. I've passed on the Eau de Toilette many times. The loudest one's probably the Eau de Toilette, but I think the best balance is the Eau de Parfum. Typically, when it comes to designer fragrances where they go through the concentrations, like with Bleu de Chanel, the Parfum's my favorite. With Dior Sauvage, the Parfum's my favorite. With, I don't know, I'm trying to think of another one. Polo Blue, the Parfum's my favorite. Just so on. I usually like the Parfum the most. Eros is the exception where I like the Eau de Parfum the most. That is the one I stand behind. That is the one I would recommend. It's not as youthful as the Eau de Toilette, but it's also not as ambery and warm as the Parfum. It's the nice balance in the middle, and it's still strong, still long lasting. Eau de Parfum is the one I would say. As far as starting out, my answer is always going to be Mancera Sidrapoise because you can't go wrong with that one because you'll get your money out of it. You can find it for $65 to $75 in a bunch of places from discounters here in the U.S. online, U.S. and Canada. And then on top of that, it works for everything. You can wear it's great on a date. It's great casually. It's great going to work. 2 sprays, you can rock it to the gym, whatever. It's good for everything. It's a true signature scent, one-stop, do-it-all type of scent. That'll always be my default answer, is Mancera Sidrapoise. Armani Code Parfums, the GOAT. To each their own. No, the other rose may top rosé. No, only other rose may top. I don't know. I'm not making complete sense of the first sentence. Leather tobacco's number 3, rosé XXX, then leather tobacco. Okay, 10-4. Rocking rosé tomorrow now. There you go. With rosé, I usually do 5 sprays. You don't need 5 sprays, but I usually do 5 sprays. And if I'm going to be in an open area, I'll do 7. 5 to 7. You don't need that many. Like I said, 3 to 4 works fine. That's all my wife ever wears is 3 to 4 when she wears it. She has a strong trail following her. I love walking behind her when she's wearing it. But for me, at least 5. I like to do, that's kind of the safe route is 9 times out of 10, I'm going to spray it 5 times, sometimes 7. If I do 5, the other 2 are going to be on top of the forearms. So if I'm not wearing long sleeves, they're going on top of the forearms. I don't do the wrists because I have things on my wrists. And I don't do right inside the elbow because that's weird to me. So I used to do the inside of the forearms. Now I just do the top of the forearms. The hair doesn't even grow right here anymore from me spraying the top of my forearms so much of the years. Hair doesn't even grow right there anymore. So we've got one more. Let me scroll down. Okay. One more. This was also of the 3 in the shorts video, Paco Rabanne's 1 Million Lucky. Another Paco Rabanne fragrance. May he rest in peace. This one, probably, for me, the best sweet designer fragrance. I'm not saying for everyone, just for me. I think it's my favorite sweet designer. And there's a ton of sweet stuff from Paco Rabanne. When it comes to sweet men's fragrances, Paco Rabanne's got a lot of them. But that plum, honey, and hazelnut combo is just so delicious. This is super attractive. My wife loves this one. I know Grace enjoys this one on Justin as well. Grace is a fan of this one. Shout outs to Justin and Grace. My wife's a big fan of this one. She loves when I wear this one. I don't wear it all the time. I'm not always in the mood for very sweet. This is very sweet. Some people won't like it. Some people will call it feminine because they consider sweet feminine. Whereas I consider heavily girly floral to be more feminine. Sweet fragrances, I enjoy a good sweet fragrance. But this is another one. I don't need a lot of sprays, 4 or 5 sprays on my skin for this one. Actually, very strong, beastly on my skin. This is a beast on my skin. I've gotten fair share of compliments with this one. I mean, you see the juice level. The stuff's really, really good, guys. Still my favorite to wear. Privé, 1 Million Privé is still my all-time favorite scent in the line. But the one I wear the most is 1 Million Lucky because it's just an enjoyable experience. It's a great wearing experience. Get a lot of great attention when I wear it more times than not. Wife's a big fan of it. Performs really good. It literally checks all the boxes and is one of my most complimented ever. Paco Rabanne's 1 Million Lucky. And that is the 5th one. So we're 41 minutes in. We'll hang out for another 20 minutes and just chop it up for a little bit. Much, much better than expected. Very unique take on rose. Totally agree, sir. Totally agree. Usually go 3 to 4 with signature rose. Yeah, that's all you really need. That's what my wife sprays, and it's strong on her. I go 12 sprays with rose. Well, you're just being obnoxious, Joe. But I get it. When you really, really like something, sometimes I'll overspray when I don't need to. You know, something that I would need 4 or 5 sprays, I might do 10 times just for the hell of it. So I get that. I have a feeling that's what you're doing. You know, you don't need that much, but you just want this ridiculous sillage so you can enjoy it. I do that sometimes. I haven't tried it. I can't weigh in, sir, unfortunately. But thank you to the 180 people that are here, 138 likes. Appreciate you guys for Random Monday, getting back to it. We're going to do a few streams today. I'm got to set one up with Neeb in the next few days. I'm going to give him a call. I don't know if you're still here, Neeb. After the live stream, we'll give him a call. We've got all these decants he sent me to go over. I wanted to save them for when I get him on the live. Nautica Blue. Not interestingly enough, because I'm not surprised, because there was many years back that I used to wear that often, and that was the case. My stepson used to be like his signature scent. That was the main. He had like 10 fragrances, but that was what he wore all the time. He's get a bunch of compliments with that. See a lot of people I know at the gym, and I always wear it there. It's a great gym fragrance. That's definitely a really good one. Dark cherry and amber smells similar to 1 Million Lucky. I can kind of see where you're coming from. Not completely, though. Same vibe, but I don't think they smell the same. CK Obsession. That's a classic. My dad used to wear the hell out of that. Joe A being aggressive. Yeah, the 12 sprays is aggressive on that rosé, for sure. I'm good at the ortho with my going to the ortho with my doctor. Invisalign. How about you? Okay, my bad. If sweet is feminine, then they must think the entire Strong With You line is feminine too. Yes, and I love that line. I love that line. Even Stronger With You only being my least favorite, still a really good fragrance. That whole line's good. And I haven't tried Oud yet. That's the only one I haven't tried. The whole line's good. I'll argue with anybody about that. Probably Nautica Classic or Tommy. Yeah, I'll probably go with Tommy. Tommy by Tommy Hilfiger. It's only get like 3 hours out of that. 3, maybe 4 hours. I don't get much out of it, but I mean, I love that. I'll never not have that. Lucky is nice. I agree. No, I don't have any experience with the Icon line either. 190 people, 145 likes. I appreciate you guys. Can we get to 200 viewers? That'd be great. Been a little while since we've done that. You know, been a few weeks since I've had 200 viewers, 194 viewers. We're almost there. I'd love to peak at 200, even if we can't hold all 200 of you for the time being, you know. Toy Boy. Ooh. Man, I haven't worn that one in a while. It's a beautiful, fresh Turkish rose smell. A lot of fresh spice to it. Very unique. It's a love-hate fragrance. It's polarizing. Some people swear by it. Some people can't stand it and don't get the hype because it had its share of hype at one point. It's good stuff, and you can get it for a really good price. Don't know what you're talking about. Lamar. Still Lamar. That's still my favorite from the house. Still my favorite. There's so many Lattafas to try. I'll never get to all of those. And I've been trying to do my due diligence. I've never tried Pearl. The bottle looks, it's the same bottle as Instant Crush. A lot of those have that style bottle. I know you do. I talked to you about it recently, you psychopath. That's ridiculous. You have a favorite movie performance from a former WWE star? That's a wild question. That's tough. Nothing jumps out. I mean, Stone Cold's been in a few things. Kevin Nash has been in a few things. Cena's been in a bunch of stuff. Of course, The Rock's been in a ton of stuff. Like, it's easy to just go to The Rock for that. Name a Rock movie. You know what I mean? I'm a big Rock fan. I mean, hell, I'm wearing my slides right now, and working on a review for these. So I can smell what The Rock is cooking. You know what I mean? So we'll just go with that. Insert. And I actually liked Black Adam. I watched Black Adam. I heard it bombed. Could it have been better? Yeah, the ending could have been a little bit better, but it was a good movie. I could see them, expanding upon it some way down the line. I don't know if it's going to happen or not, but I liked Black Adam. 6 bottles. Good God Almighty. $2 super chat. Heard of Velvet Amber Sun. I'm hunting for a bottle. I like the use of the bottle emoji. No, I've never tried it. Who makes that? Velvet Amber Sun. Thank you for the $2, Jared. I appreciate that. No clue, man. No clue. You guys got me for another 13 minutes. Like I said, we'll hang out to the 1 hour mark. Signature Noir Prodalome Intense, most complimented fragrances for me. That's some good stuff. Shout out to Dave Cowley because that's his favorite Zaharoff fragrance. There's a lot of people. Everybody's got their favorite. Some people swear by X, Royal X. Some people are huge fans of Noir. Some people, it's still the original signature pour homme for them. For me, it's Rosé. It's Rosé followed by Leather Tobacco. They're kind of 1A and 1B because they're different experiences. And then I actually really, really, really freaking love Citrine. Citrine's so underrated. For those of you that complained about performance, sorry. I don't get immensely ridiculous performance on it either. But it's the best smelling fragrance in the line. It's the best smelling one. It is the Freshie. Naturally, it's the easiest one to like. Citrine so good. I have 3 bottles of Citrine too. I'm glad I do because that is discontinuing here in North America. So those of you that haven't got it yet and want it, you need to get it. Click the link at the top. You'll save 10% by using my Zaharoff link. Codes don't work anymore. You have to use the affiliate link to save the 10%. Or if you have a bottle and you're running low and you knew you were going to get it again, get him while he's still got his limited supply, because when he runs out of stock in North America, it's going to be a European exclusive moving forward, which should start at the tail end of this year. So I'm not saying the stock's going to last to that point because I know he doesn't have much left. But, just letting you guys know. Not saying you got to get it, but if you wanted to, sooner than later would be the time frame. That's such a good one, too. And performance is nothing on that one, but it's a beautiful, fresh orange smell. Some fragrances it's got to be, performance needs to be less important and it needs to be more about the experience. Because a true freshie, you're not going to get but a few hours out of it. You live the magic for a little while, then you reapply. Citrine applies to that. Same as Clinique Happy. You live the magic for a few hours and then you reapply it. It's good stuff. Wasn't a fan. Oud Satin was a letdown. I could see why, because my wife told me I just smell like baby powder. It's not for everybody. I do get some of the jamminess and stuff like that. And a little bit of the oud, but I get a ton of powdery rose. I could see how some people would be put off by that one for sure. Aqua Senziale, the original, does. It smells like Bleu de Chanel without the incense, is what it smells like to me. Now, for those of you that need reference, we're not talking about Aqua Senziale Blue. We're talking about Aqua Senziale, the light blue juice, the original in the line. Smells like Bleu de Chanel minus the incense to me, for sure. Assad isn't that long lasting for me. I'm sorry to hear that because that's a beast on my skin. It depends. It depends. When I go back to Texas, maybe. People aren't the most friendly out here in Colorado, so not out here. I don't know, maybe one day. That's something I'd like to do with someone else. I could see that being more fun, having another content creator with me. So that's something I'd like to do maybe in the future. But we'll see. We'll see. And I'm not going to just pick, you know, just basic blue fragrances like everybody else does to do that. I would switch it up. In the fall, September, October, one of those 2 months. I've always been into fragrances ever since I was a kid. 5th grade was when I wanted Tommy cologne. Wanted it. That's when Tommy got hot, back in 95, 96 range. That was the first I wanted it then. You know, my first fragrance was Pierre Cardin splash bottle, and I got Tommy cologne. Then I got the original Polo. I got a 40 ml of that. That was what I wore to school dances and going to dinner and stuff, like going out to eat. So I've always, even as a kid, I've always been into fragrances. I can believe that. I tend to vocalize how much I like it at work. My fiance is warming up to it. I love it more every time I wear it. Profondo lights slightly. I did a comparison video between the two. If you want to hear my full thoughts on it, type in TLTG and that exact comment, and it'll bring you straight to the video. I actually did a full video on that. The differences, the comparisons, what's better, and broke it down into categories for me personally. So definitely check that video out. Congrats on 60K. Thank you, Lee. I appreciate that. Hermes H24. It's a good one. We were talking about it earlier. I have. So if you want to hear my full thoughts, type in TLTG Versace Hawass in the search bar, and the full review will come up. Anytime you guys are curious on if I've tried something or have a video on it, just type in TLTG and whatever the hell you want to look for, whether it's the name of a fragrance, a topic, or whatever. I do my best to tag my videos properly, title my videos properly, put the right things in the description. So whatever you're searching for, TLTG and whatever the hell you want to know. And if I have a video for it, it will pop up, because I have close to 1,700 videos, guys. I don't have a video for everything, you know, but I have a video for most of the questions I get asked, for sure. So I only have Hero and X. I haven't tried Rocks, the original, Shot. So I can't weigh in on the line, but Hero's a great cheap alternative to this, because you can get around 40 bucks and you get more of it. It's a great replacement for this. It's a little bit more soapy than this, because it's got lavender instead of violet and violet leaf. This has violet, that has lavender, but it's like 85%, 90% close to this. Performs about the same, gives me the same feeling. And then Halloween Man X, the opening's a little strange, a little screechy, but as it dries, that roasted coffee starts to settle in, and it gets a lot better. No, I haven't tried that one from them. The Game Plan. I mean, that's a good one. That's a good one for sure. How about this? Let's go with best series featuring a wrestler. Let's go with Ballers. Speaking of The Rock, love Ballers. I watched that series probably 4 times, start to finish. No, I haven't tried that one. Undertaker and Bret Hart, my favorite singles wrestlers, and Demolition was my favorite tag team. You're showing your age, sir. If Demolition was your favorite tag team, you are showing your age. Sinuses are acting up a little bit. That's kind of weird. 156 likes, 188 viewers. We've hung out in the 180s to 190s for a long time. Thank you all for being here, seriously. So we covered the five most complimented. For those of you that are just getting here, my sin of the day is Urban Man Elixir, Club Dean and Wee Line. I'm warming up to it. The opening's where it's at for me. The dry down, it becomes a basic Sauvage clone, but the opening, when it's got that Aventus tie-in mixed with Sauvage, that's when it's most interesting. I answered that already. I don't know if you were listening or not. And see, I get like 7 hours of longevity on my skin too. It needs the heat to really project. After an hour, it calms down quite a bit if you're just hanging out inside. But I get like 6-7 hours on my skin too. So I'm right there with you. I've heard good things about that one. Great freshie for someone in a soft, soggy environment. Stop sleeping on it. Noted in the memory bank. Noted. So I'm going to go with Oolong Cha. Oolong Cha is so invigorating for the heat. It's dominated by a tea note, but there's a lot of brightness to this citrus and fresh greens. It's not just herbaceous from the tea note. It's an oolong tea note. Beautiful, a little watery, mouth-watering type of stuff, and performs great. I get like 8 hours out of Oolong Cha. That's the one I would pick for the heat, for sure. That's good stuff. That's really good stuff. Timeless classic at this stage. It's literally right here. Just to show you guys how often I wear it. See that dust? So this is good stuff. You know, I haven't tried the Intense. Ah, Soapy Heaven, myrrh and lavender. Beautiful, beautiful. It's like a warm bar of soap. Easiest way to put it. Very clean, very versatile. Work for everything. It's a great scent. Okay. Scroll down a bit. Scott, what's going on, big dog? Good to see you. Not yet to me. So I did that first impressions yesterday. I need a decant. I'm not convinced that I need a bottle yet. It was nice. It got really good as it started to dry down. It was the spice settled in more, this cardamom note. It was weird. I got this cacao note at the top. I saw the note breakdown. The benzoin must be why the opening kind of had a little bit of a boozy feel to me. It's got benzoin in it. That does that in certain fragrances. Had this strange like tie into Pepe Jean's Celebrate for Him. That's why I thought there might have been a little cacao in there. But that changed. It kind of dissipated and started to settle into some cardamom and some sweetness. And it got really nice as it dried. That was the second portion of that first impressions video. I really like it. But I'm not convinced that I need a bottle for retail just yet, because I know that one's going to be like 150 plus for a designer. It was in whatever currency is in Germany. I guess that's francs. I guess, I don't know. The equivalent would be in US dollars, I'm sure 150 plus. So I don't think it's worth that. Not yet anyways. I'm going to get a decant and spend more time with it. Preferred stock. Oof. There we go. Man in Black. Not really. Not so much. I would say Ferragamo Oud smells more like Black Orient than Man in Black. That's the two that are more related to one another. So keep that in mind. I don't think those are completely redundant. If you had Man Black Orient, then yes. Yes, for sure. And then Man Black Orient's even better. I have more of that since like 2 winters ago. I need to wear Man Black Orient. Man, I hope so. Fingers crossed. I'd love to get a silver play button one day. That'd be great. You know, of course, that's the next goal. I mean, we're 40,000 away from that, so it's not like it's happening tomorrow, but that is my next goal. Yes, it is fantastic for that. That is one of the 5 that I listed as my most complimented ever here in this video. It's most people have had pretty good experiences with it, with positive attention. There's no guarantees. I see you put it again here right after. There's no guarantees though. Ariana Grande Moonlight. Stop. I don't want to hear how, but I'm not going to complain. I have the Cloud body spray that I wear from time to time. So you're not going to hear me complain. There's a lot of feminine fragrances that I enjoy, man. Confident guys can wear whatever the fuck they want. You're a confident guy. Mr. Got plenty of confidence. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of confidence, what's up? What's up, Ogun? How are you, my man? Good to see you. Caught a little bit of the live with Buck last night, man. Looked like you had a great turnout. When I jumped on, you had like 234 people in the chat at the time. So salute to you, my man. That's an awesome turnout for a live stream for sure. Awesome turnout. Glad to have you stop by too. So we're just, we're about to shut it down in a minute. Let me get to the bottom, see if there's any more, important questions I need to get to before we shut it down. Because I try to keep it at about an hour when it's just me talking with you guys. Very good, but I like the Sport Flanker the most. That's why it's the one I have a bottle of. I have all 3 in decants. It's my second favorite of the 3. The original is my least favorite. If you're going out to buy one, Stronger With You absolutely, or Stronger With You intensely. You can't go wrong there. La Nuit de l'Homme, Le Parfum. Another great one for me personally with my wife. My wife's a big fan of that one. I don't know what you have in your collection. Nishane Ani. Excellent evening out date night choice. Honest Fragrance Reviews. What's going on, my guy? Glad you could stop by. We're just shutting it down. Just checking things out real quick with you guys. I still have my 30 ml. 30 ml lasts me a long time. I still get great performance, and my bottle's like 2 or 3 years old. I still get like 8-9 hours. Still really good. Don't let nobody tell you any different. It's still really good. But I appreciate all of you for being here. We peaked right under 200, right about 196. I think was the peak, something like that. We almost hit 200 people for just a random midday Monday. You guys showing up to talk fragrances with me for a little while. I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much. Make sure you like this stream before you leave. Make sure to check out today's weekly rotation video before you call it a day here on YouTube. I greatly appreciate that. Subscribe if you haven't for some reason or another. I'll check you guys in the next video. Y'all have a good one.